Lewis of Irvington. The shooting took place outside the Exotics Gentlemen's Club located on the 1100 block of Elizabeth Avenue here in Elizabeth at approximately 2:35 in the morning, Sunday, April 1st, Easter Sunday. We're also asking for the public's assistance in providing information leading to the arrests of 2 other individuals who were also involved in the shooting incident but who remain at large and for whom arrest warrants have been lodged. 2 of the persons involved in this shooting fired upon responding Elizabeth police officers as the officers arrived on the active scene, causing the Elizabeth officers to return fire. 1 of those persons is still at large. Yesterday, members of the Union County Prosecutor's Office Homicide Task Force obtained complaint warrants charging the following individuals in connection with this incident. 27-year-old Sharif Q. Robinson of Jersey City, who was charged with 1 count of first-degree murder for the shooting death of Mr. Lewis, 1 count of second-degree possession of a handgun, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, a handgun, and 1 count of second-degree hindering apprehension or prosecution. Robinson remains at large and should be considered to be armed and dangerous. The second individual, 25-year-old Jonathan Philippe of Irvington, who was charged with 2 counts of first-degree attempted murder, 1 count for the attempted murder of the responding police officers, and 1 count for the attempted murder of Sharif Robinson. 2 counts of second-degree aggravated assault for the aggravated assault against those same persons, and 1 count of second-degree possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, a handgun. Philippe remains at large and should be considered to be armed and dangerous. The third person involved in this incident, 26-year-old Pierre Cadet of Irvington, who was charged with 2 counts of first-degree attempted murder, 1 count for the attempted murder of the responding police officers, and 1 count for the attempted murder of Sharif Robinson. 2 counts of second-degree aggravated assault for the aggravated assault against those same persons, 1 count of second-degree possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, a handgun, and 1 count of second-degree eluding for his actions in driving a vehicle away from the scene at an excessive rate of speed. Cadet was arrested yesterday morning. The 4th person involved in this incident, 23-year-old Don LaFortune of Irvington, who was charged with 1 count of first-degree attempted murder for the attempted murder of Sharif Robinson, 1 count of second-degree aggravated assault, again against Sharif Robinson, and 1 count of second-degree possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, a handgun. The investigation to date has revealed that at approximately 2:30 in the morning of Sunday, April 1st, a large group assembled outside the Exotics Gentlemen's Club, again here in Elizabeth. A fight broke out between members of the group, and during the scuffle, one of the members of the crowd, later identified as Don LaFortune, fired 2 shots into the air. The group immediately dispersed, with several members, including the 4 charged individuals, proceeding into a parking lot directly across the street from the club. At that point, Sharif Robinson shot an unarmed Daniel Lewis, who was later pronounced dead at the scene. An Elizabeth police officer on patrol in the area heard the initial gunshots and called for assistance. Immediately after Mr. Lewis was shot, Robinson, Philippe, Cadet, and LaFortune became involved in a shootout in the parking lot, firing numerous rounds. Moments later, 2 Elizabeth police officers arrived at the scene on foot and immediately witnessed the firefight in progress. The officers advanced toward the shooters and were fired upon by Philippe and Cadet. Neither officer was hit by the gunfire. The officers returned fire, and the 2 men, Philippe and Cadet, were able to enter their car and with Cadet driving, flee at a high rate of speed. The Elizabeth patrol units gave chase into Newark, where the two were able to evade the officers, abandon the vehicle, and escape. The car, a Maserati, was recovered in Newark, held, and processed for evidence. During the course of the remainder of that day and into the night, investigators from the Union County Prosecutor's Office Homicide Task Force, Special Prosecutions Unit, and High Tech Unit, along with members of the Elizabeth Police Department, the Union County Police, and the Union County Sheriff's Office, the Irvington Police Department, and the Jersey City Police Department undertook extensive investigative measures to solve Mr. Lewis's murder and the attempted murder of the Elizabeth police officers. Because of their exceptional efforts, through speaking to numerous witnesses and reviewing the available evidence, including surveillance videotape, the investigation has revealed that the above defendants were responsible for the crimes charged. Yesterday, again, as a result of their efforts, as I stated earlier, both Mr. Cadet and Mr. LaFortune were arrested, taken into custody, and are currently being housed in the Union County Jail pending pre-trial detention hearings. As I also stated earlier, both Sharif Robinson and Jonathan Philippe remain at large and should be considered armed and dangerous. Anyone who sees or comes into contact with either Philippe or Robinson or knows of their whereabouts is cautioned not to confront them, but rather to call 911. These charges are the product of outstanding police work and unwavering determination to bring those who endanger our streets and our communities to justice. I sincerely thank all involved for their dedication and efforts. I will now take any questions you may have, but please understand, and I know you understand, this is an ongoing investigation. It's still a fluid situation. It's ongoing.